Hello everyone, welcome you all. In the last session, we have discussed about a part 2 of the January to May 2020 current affairs questions. In this session, we are going to see another 5 questions. Let us discuss with question number 1. Which of the following statement has been classified into broad domains of the intangible cultural heritage of India? Performing arts, traditional craftsmanship, social practices, rituals, and festive events. So here we have to identify the correct statements by using the quotes given below. See, this Ministry of Culture, okay, kindly remember, Ministry of Culture has launched the national list of tangible and intangible culture heritage of India. So kindly remember, the National Intangible Cultural List is an attempt to recognize the diversity of Indian culture embedded in its intangible heritage. See, this initiative is also the part of Vision 2024 of the Ministry of Culture. And also note that as of now, the list has more than 100 elements. Kindly remember, the list has more than 100 elements, and also it includes 13 elements of India that are already inscribed on the UNESCO representative list of intangible cultural heritages of humanity. So also the 5 broad domains in which the tangible cultural heritage is manifested. See, the one is performing arts, and then number 2 is social practices, rituals, and festive events, and then is knowledge and practice concerning about the nature and the universe. So kindly remember these points also. And the next one is traditional craftsmanship. Traditional craftsmanship. Okay, so kindly remember this. So in addition with that, the oral traditions, that is also included here. The oral traditions and expressions, including the languages as the vehicle of the intangible cultural events. So with this, all the 3 given here are correct related to the broad domains of the intangible cultural heritage of India. Therefore, answer would be C, 1, 2, and 3. Let us move on with the question number 12. Which of the following statement is or are correct about measles? See, this is very important current affairs question. So kindly know more information related to the measles. We may expect a questions related to this topic also. See, it is the highly contagious infection disease caused by the measles virus, and then it remains an important causes of death among elderly population globally. Both humans and animals are affected by this disease. See, here we have to select the correct answer using the quotes given below. See, the measles is a highly contagious viral disease. Therefore, this statement is correct. And then, what about statement number 2? It remains an important cause of death among the young children. So here it is given as the elderly. Therefore, this statement is wrong, which means young population globally affected. Okay. See here, during the this corona COVID-19 situation, despite the availability of a safe and effective vaccine, it remains an important causes of death among the young globally. And then what about statement number 3? See, the both human and animals are affected by this disease. No. See, the humans are the only natural host of this virus, not the animal. Therefore, this statement is also wrong. Answer would be B, one only. See, one has to note the more informations related to the measles. So this is very important question and important concept related to the current affairs. See, the virus is highly contagious and spread by coughing and sneezing, and also when person close contact with direct contact with the secretions. And measles is the most contagious transmissible virus, and also it remains infective for up to 2 hours in that air space or nearby surfaces. And also remember, this measles is so contagious, which means if a person has it, 90% of nearby immune people will also become infected. So the initial symptoms, that is which usually appears 10 to 12 days after the infection, which includes high fever, running nose, blood clot, and then eyes and a tiny white spot on the inside of the mouth. And several days later, the rashes also develop and starting on the face and upper neck and gradually spreading downwards also. So, and also note that the most serious complication includes the blindness and also the infection that caused by brain swelling also, severe diarrhea, and then related to the dehydration and severe respiratory diseases such as pneumonia, etc. And also note that as per UNICEF and WHO, around 117 million children worldwide risk contracting measles because dozens of countries are curtailing their vaccination program as they battle COVID-19 situation. Therefore, this topic is very important. So kindly remember. So let us move on with the next topic. The term virosome, sometimes seen in the news, is related to molecular technique for the direct detection of the viral genomes, the viral test to find infection causing viruses, a drug or vaccine delivery mechanism, microscopy morphology to boost the immune to counter viral infections. See, this question is also very important related to the science and technology, current affairs based. See, the virosome is a drug or vaccine delivery mechanism. Therefore, this is the right answer here. See, it delivers which contains the, so kindly remember this unilamellar, okay, unilamellar phospholipid, okay, phospholipid membrane, okay, phospholipid membrane, okay, either a mono or bilayer, so which incorporating virus derived proteins to allow the virosome to fuse with the targeted cells, which means the viruses are infectious agent that can replicate in their host organism. Okay, however, these virosomes do not replicate. The properties that a virosome shares with the viruses are based on their structure. And also remember, the virosomes are essentially safely modified viral envelopes that contains this phospholipid membrane and surface of glycoprotein. So that is also very important. See the surface of the glycoprotein. So this is also very important. See, it is the drug or vaccine delivery mechanism. So they are biologically compatible with mini host organism and also biodegradable. So remember, a safely killed virus can serve as the promising vector because it won't cause infections, but the viral structure allows the virosome to recognize specific components of its targeting cells. With this, I am moving with the next topic. Which of the following statement is or correct about the Operation Shield? See, Indian Armed Forces operation to capture the glacier. It is the initiative to combat and contain the spread of the highly contagious virus. And then it is an Indian Army operation in the Maldives. It is an operation to crack down the smuggling of mongoose in the country. See here, one has to note that this shield, okay, this shield. So Delhi government, okay, Delhi government, okay, launched the Operation Shield to combat and to contain the spread of the highly contagious virus. And also check the complete list of COVID-19 in hotspots in Delhi. Therefore, answer B is the right answer for this question. So here it has the different meanings for the shield. Okay, the S denotes for sealing, and H denotes for home quarantine, and I denotes for isolation and tracing, E denotes for essential supply, L denotes for local sanitation, and D denotes for door-to-door health checkups. So one has to remember this also. So I am moving to the next question. With reference to the cultural heritage, consider the following statement. Cultural heritage includes tangible and intangible culture only. The legal protection of cultural property comprises a number of international agreements, national laws, and this must also be implemented. Elephant caves and Victorian Gothic of Mumbai are included in the heritage list. Here we with the correct statement. See, the cultural heritage includes tangible, intangible, and natural resources also. So, like biodiversity. Okay, this statement is wrong. We can eliminate A and D. And then what about 2? Yes, the legal protection of cultural property comprises of a number of international agreements and national laws, and this must also be included. Therefore, this statement is right. What about statement number 3? Yes, this elephant cave and Victorian Gothic of Mumbai are included in the World Heritage Site. Therefore, the answer would be C, 2 and 3 only. See, one has to know those things. The natural heritage including the landscape, biodiversity, etc. So it not only tangible culture and intangible culture. So kindly remember that also. See, this cultural heritage includes all the things, that is intangible means the building, monuments, landscape, books, arts, craft, etc. Intangible means and then traditional languages, knowledges. So just now we have discussed that natural heritages means the biodiversity, landscapes, and also the April 18th is celebrated as the World Heritage Day. Kindly remember that also. The theme for the World Heritage Day is 2020 is shared culture, shared heritage, and shared responsibility. So kindly remember this also. So this is the theme for the 2020. Okay, shared culture. Okay, shared culture, and then shared heritage. Okay, shared heritage, and then shared responsibility. So kindly remember this is also very important related to the cultural heritage. So cultural heritage in India, it has 30. Okay, that is Agra Fort, Ajanta Caves, Elephant Caves, Ellora Caves, like that it has 30. So kindly go through that. With this I am concluding this session. We will meet in the next session. Thank you all. Have a good day.